Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I prepared a 45-minute Power Vinyasa Flow yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we're going to move in and out of different variations of stargazer pose. The message is about living to give. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. If you follow me at Never Better Yoga on Spotify, we're going to go ahead and push the start button all together right now for today's playlist. Then come with me. We're going to come to the top of our mat. Take your feet all the way to the width of your mat. So they're going to be a little wider than normal. Go ahead and pull your toes up. Even maybe lift your heels. So just do a little bit of lifting of the toes and elevating of the heels. So you're actually rocking back and forth just a little bit. Yeah, just use the feet to ignite a little movement. Now you might want to rise up a little bit higher each time you go back and forth. Rise up higher on the balls of your feet and then pull your toes up. Yeah, and then rock side to side. So you're going to bend and just pop the heel. So you're just keeping the ball of the foot down, but you're popping the heel. Side to side. Now I want you to go down and push back. Pull in and push back. So it's a little bicep curl and a press of your wings back. And you're just lifting. Now we're going to go to a toe point, side to side. And each time you move through, kind of visualize moving through water. So it's an inhale and an exhale. So the inhale is when you rise up. The exhale is when you come back down. Keep that going. Make it a little bit bigger. And even a touch more on the pace. In and out through the nose. Let your breath flow. Now hold up. Both legs straighten. Arms reach out and up. Right hand, left wrist, side bend. Back up to the top with both arms. Left hand, right wrist, side bend up and over to the left. Back to the center. Tee your arms on top. Capture one hand on each forearm behind your body, ear to shoulder. Tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. Now dip your chin towards your chest. And then left ear, left shoulder. Now as you neutralize your spine, if you can connect your hands and slide your index fingers down the back side and look up. Release the connection of your arms. Heel toe your feet all the way together at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your chin towards your chest and just pause. Now before we begin to flow, should you have a purpose. We're going to unpack the 5 languages of love, and the focus of today's practice is going to be about the give, living to give. So if there's someone you might want to dedicate your practice towards, it could be a wish, it could be a prayer for someone or something you'd like to invest into someone's life that could use just a little bit extra love from you. Once you have that, reach your arms out and up on the inhale. Keep your arms up and elevate the right leg up for crane. Now lower it down, flip your hands, brush and sweep with a little bounce. Rise up, crane with the left leg lifts. Now slow, like moving through taffy. Brush and sweep with both feet down, right leg lifts. Brush and sweep away any static out of the attic, left leg lifts. Now just a little bit more on the pace. Rise up, find your balance, crane. Brush and sweep, crane, right foot down, left leg rises. Lower and sweep. One more time each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And last time, balancing on the right, left leg lifts. Now this time when you land, cascade down to fold right over your legs. Heel toe your feet all the way to the width of your mat. Soften your knees, and if you can capture your peace fingers with your big toes, make that connection as you snuggle your ribs on down your thighs. Knees can stay soft. Crown of head is heavy. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, let your elbows go wide as you physically pull yourself together. And breathe. Now shake your head out. Any kind of unforgiveness, any kind of annoyance or angst or worry. There's so much going on in the external world. Just shake out anything that could be troubling you, really creating space for this place today, for your practice, being right here, right now. And then drawing that yes in with that knowingness that you have arrived exactly where you belong today. No coincidence you're here. Now, physically pull the big toes up if your hands are connected. Peace fingers round, halfway lift, or maybe it's hands on shins, matters not. And then exhale, fold again. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Breathe in. Heel toe your feet back together. Breathe out. Take your right foot up into tree. Hands at heart center. Balancing in tree. Find that place of stability. Lift out of the left hip. Pull your chin back just a touch. Shift your gaze just a touch. Now release the right foot down and reverse it. Balance on the right. Pull the left foot in and find that center. Lifting out of the right hip, drawing your shoulders down, knitting your ribs in, breathing and balancing. Release that left foot to meet the right and come into chair, Utkatasana. Pull your hands right into the center of your heart. Left upper arm on the outside of the right front thigh. Now reverse it. Right upper arm on the outside of the left front thigh. Release to a forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, sit all the way down on your mat. Take your feet to the width of your mat. Knees are bent. And go to a rinse right and left. Now your hands might travel right off of your mat. Let the knees rinse. And then rinse your knees left and travel your upper body around to the back side of your mat, dropping your forearms down. Now this is quite a twist for the beginning of our practice. See if you can breathe into that right side of your rib cage. Now keep the left forearm down, pick the right elbow up, and just circle the right arm around. You can even follow your hand, your Surya Hastasana hand, with your gaze as you circle the right arm around. It can stay bent. Breathing in and out through your nose. Now keep the right arm up, slip your right fingertips behind your ear, arm is bent, pull the right elbow toward the left as you contract. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, dive back in. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, dive back in. Inhale, open up. Now this time, pick the left elbow up, come right back where we were to feet at the width of your mat and go back to the rinse of your knees. So you should feel a little bit of a release in your lower back. Just rinsing right and left. So living to give. Can we practice giving with no expectation of return? Meaning that we're not giving something to someone else in order to get something, but we're giving in order to bless someone else. Rinse your knees over to the right. If we're looking for something in return, it's a transaction, it's a trade. Walk all the way around the right side, but to the back of the mat, bringing your forearms down. Breathe into that twist. If you want more, you could always extend your arms out. Now go ahead, keep the right forearm down. Pick the left arm up. Paint the ceiling as you circle and open. Get a little movement in that left shoulder. Circling the left arm up and around as the right forearm stays down. Really spread your hand nice and wide and maybe even follow your hand with the gaze. Contracting and expanding. Then as you reach the left arm up, slip your left fingertips behind your ear. Exhale, left elbow toward right. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, dive back in. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, dive back in. Inhale, open back up. Come back around as you lift the right elbow up. Now this time, let your right leg cross over the left. You got to pull the left heel in a little bit. Right leg crosses over the left. Hands go onto your mat now. Pinky fingers out, thumbs in. Roll your shoulder heads up and back. Maybe stay right here with your hips grounded, or if you can pick your hips up, reverse tabletop with pigeon style legs. Come back down and reverse it. Left leg crosses over the right. Plant solid that right foot. Maybe lift the hips up or just work the hip opener with your hips down. Lower your hips down. Put both feet planted at the distance of your hips. Arms lift up. Roll down onto your back. Palms down, feet down, head down. Elevate your hips up for Setubandha Bridge. Breathe. Don't let your inner thighs go out. Hug them in. Lower your hips down. Push back down with your feet, your hands in the back of your head. Lift your hips back up. Now move that out. So you're going to exhale down and you're going to inhale back up. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. One more time. Exhale down and inhale up. Lower back down, pick your feet up, capture your hands behind your hamstrings and roll around on your back, letting your feet roll around on your ankles. Reversing that direction, opposite direction. And then stretch the left leg long, bend the right leg, wrap a twist as you take the right leg over to the left side of the house, looking over to the right. Maybe you tee the right arm, maybe you lengthen it out. Come back to the center, nice and slow, make that switch. Left shin in, give it a nice hug, and then wrap it across. You're twisting over to the right with the left leg, using your right hand to help assist the twist. Now come back onto your back, and you're going to rock and roll just up to a high boat, balancing on your sits bones. Lower down to hover, pull the right shin in, left leg hovers, rise up. Now, inhale down, exhale up, switch side to side, right then left, and then move it out. Inhale and exhale, activate your core. Breathe and move. Really pull some fire into your belly. Right and left, exhale, inhale. Breathe. Now, lower back down, rock and roll. It's like a little massage. And when you're ready, use the momentum, use the rock and roll to come all the way to standing at the top of your mat. Breathing in, hooking your thumbs, opening your front body. Exhale, hinge, bend, and fold down over your legs. Inhale and lengthen. Step the right leg back. Right hand down, left arm lifts. Modified revolved lunge. Look back at the right foot. Spin the outer edge of the right foot down. Left arm back, right arm forward. Pinwheel around, warrior two. Turn it into stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Pull your hands to heart center. Bend your knees and rock side to side in your horse stance. Now I want you to rock back on the right leg, drag and slide the left leg up for flying tree. Land the left foot down, go back to the rock. Balance on the left foot, drag and slide the right. Pick it up for flying tree. Now down and up, down and up. One more time each side. Lift, down, and lift. Land back down. Straighten your legs, kick your heels out. Lace your hands behind your back. Slide them down the backside. Look up. Soften your knees, cascade down to fold right over your legs. Breathe. Release your hands down, pivot towards the front of the house. Right hand down, left foot. It heel toes back. You're going to go on the pinky edge side of the right foot. Left foot is like a kickstand, left arm up and over. Lower your hips toward your mat. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower back down, looking to the back of the house. Inhale, come back up. Now come around and find down dog. Yeah, pedal through your feet a little bit, shifting your heels back behind your second and third toe. Now pop both your heels up. Shift to high plank. Drop your knees, find cat and cow. Exhale as you push the earth away, pull your belly in. Inhale, soften and melt, stretch your neck. Do it again, you've got it. Pull the navel into the spine, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, soften and melt. One last time. Exhale, navel draws in. Really find that rounding, your chin tucks. Inhale, soften, let your heart melt right through the gateway of your arms. Now, neutralize your spine, shift forward, bend your arms, go right on down to your mat. Take your hands off your mat, push your finger pads down, push down to rise up. Breathe in. Should feel good to open the front body. Exhale, lower back down. Do that again. Press into the tops of your feet. Push the pads of your fingers down and lift your upper body up as you soften your face and breathe. Beautiful. Lower back down, hands by ribs. Tuck your toes under, lift up and back, down dog. In your down dog, right leg is going to lift. Roll open at the hip. Pull the right knee to the right tricep. Step it forward for that high lizard. There you go. Drop the left knee down. Left hand stays down. Sweep the right arm back. Now, maybe you bend a left leg, catching hand and foot as the heart opens. Release that connection, draw up and back for a little modified pyramid. Dig the right heel in, flare your toes out. Now go ahead and plant on the diagonal. The right foot, left foot comes up, malasana, right at the top of your mat, that yoga squat. Now, root to rise, rise up, hook your thumbs, open and expand your front body. Exhale, come back down. Do it again, root to rise, come on up, breathe in. Exhale, come back down. One more time, inhale, rise up. This time, stay up, hook your thumbs, open your front body, and look up. Now, heel toe your feet all the way together, hands to heart center. Come into Utkatasana chair pose. Pull your hands to your heart, right upper arm on the outside of the left front thigh. Pull the right hip back. Let the rotation come through the waistband. Beautiful. Now ring it out, reverse it. Left upper arm outside the right front thigh. Now release to a fold. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up. Lift the right leg up for crane. Brush and sweep as you bounce and lower down. Rise back up, opposite leg, just nice and slow. Brush and sweep one more time each side. Rise up, breathe in, right leg. Lower down, brush and sweep. Last time, left leg lifts. Come back to a forward fold as both feet are planted. Bow down. Inhale and lengthen. Go ahead and step the left foot back. Right leg is in front. Modified revolved lunge. Lift the right arm up. Stack your shoulders, right knee over the second and third toe. Look back at the left foot. Root down. Right hand back, left arm forward, circle around. Warrior two. Warrior two. Get a nice deep bend on the right front leg. Beautiful. Stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Pull your hands to heart center, bend your knees. Now just go through a little horse stance, pulling the heels up, rocking side to side. Yeah, side to side. Then you're going to shift your weight onto the left foot. Drag and slide the right foot up. Fly your tree. Land it down. Same thing. Balance on the right. Fly the tree on the left. Now keep it going, right and left. A lift and a flying of your tree. Yes. Now land back down. Straighten your legs, kick your heels out. Reach out and up, breathe in. And take your arms to a T, breathe out. Lace your hands behind your back. Slide them down the back side of your body. Look up. Soften your knees. Cascade down to a fold. Yeah, let your shoulders rinse. So giving with no expectation of return. Giving, giving, giving. Living to give. Rather than thinking about what we're going to get, to really sow blessings and love and encouragement and inspiration into others. Now release your hands down, pivot the right foot towards the front of the house. Go ahead and plant your hands, step back, down dog. From your down dog, pop your heels up, pull your belly in, high plank, lower all the way down. Scoop your heart through the gateway of your arms, rise up. Exhale, dive your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg lifts, roll open at the hip. Left knee, left tricep, step it up there. Dip your right knee down. There you go. Now right hand stays down. You could always stay right here and work the hips. If you want more, left arm stretches back, maybe catching a bent right leg, and then open up. Beautiful. Now pop the right kneecap up, draw and dig the left heel in for a little modified pyramid pose. Really stretching that left hamstring out. Plant the sole of the left foot, hop up, Malasana, seems to be two different types of people in this world. People who pull out of other people, meaning pressuring them, trying to get their way, saying, gimme, 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 gimme more, more, more. Or people who feed into the lives of others, invest in them, rise up, breathe in, open your heart. People who give with no expectation of return. Couple more times, up and down, and on the third one, stay up, open up, and shift your gaze up. Pull your hands to heart center and pause. Sweep your arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hinge, bend, and fold, breathe out. Inhale and lengthen. Right foot steps back, modified revolved lunge. Circle up and around, warrior two. Turn it into stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Hands to heart center, rock back and forth for horse stance. This time, just turn it into side angle, front of the house, left forearm on left femur bone, right arm up and over. Plant your hands, shoot the left leg back to meet the right, lower down, rise up, exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg rises, roll open at the hip. Right foot steps, left leg comes up, Malasana. There you go, rise up, stay standing, open the front body. Heel toe your feet together at the top of the house, hands to heart center, and pause. So maybe you reconnect to that specific single-minded purpose for your practice today about who you could give into. Doesn't mean it has to be some sort of physical, tangible gift. It can be an attitude, it can be a call, it can be a smile, it can be a word of encouragement. We have no idea how that blesses other people. But give with no expectation of return. If we're looking for a return, we might as well be trading. Find freedom in the give. Sweep your arms out and up, breathe in, look up. Exhale, just cascade like a waterfall right over your legs, bow down. Inhale and lengthen, let your left leg step back, modified revolve lunge. Up and around, warrior two. Turn it into stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Hands to heart center. Just rock a little back and forth in horse stance. Beautiful. Now this time, right forearm, right femur bone. Turn it into side angle, left arm up and over. Full out would be right hand outside of that right leg. Now go ahead and plant your hands as you pivot toward the right leg. Step into your high plank. Lower down to your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hips up and back. Down dog. Left leg's on the rise. Roll open at the hip. Left foot steps outside the left pinky finger. Here comes the right leg, Malasana. Top of the house. Now, lift out of your inner thighs. Stay right here, or maybe you want to come into Kakasana crow pose. Maybe you want to take your crow into Shirshasana, headstand. Maybe bringing tree in your headstand, sliding one leg down at a time as you externally rotate it, maybe a diamond shape, and return, maybe by way of Kakasana to Malasana. This time, sit your bottoms down, lift your legs up, breathe. Lower down to hover. Lay all the way down, palms down, legs lift up. Viparita Karani. Your palms are down, your head is down, your legs are lifted up. So how do we access that ability to live, to give? I believe we have to forget about how we feel. We have to forget about what they did. We have to know that no one owes us anything, but we are to activate love. Love in action, giving. Giving something that can be helpful to someone else. The happiest people in the world I know are the ones who live to give. Now take your hands, it's going to be index fingers and thumbs together to create that shape. Kind of looks like a heart in reverse. Pick your hips up and set that shape underneath so you've got a little elevation. Now go ahead and straighten the right leg's already straight. Lower it down to hover and bend the left leg. Raise your legs both back up, extended. Right leg bends, left leg hovers. Now keep that going. Inhaling and exhaling as you lift your legs up. Now you might even want to pick up the pace a little bit. Breathing in and out through your nose. Then hold your legs up. Both legs are lifted. Lift your hips up off your hands and plant your hands down. Bending your knees, planting your feet. Palms down, feet down, head down. Elevate your hips up again for bridge. This time hold. Maybe you inch your shoulders a little closer together and even lace your hands if possible. And then super slowly lower down, coming to happy baby. Take a hold of the outside edges of your feet and you're gonna just rock very gently right and left. So you wanna see if you can get your tailbone to head down towards your mat. So getting about the give, living to give, could be small, incremental changes that we make. Nobody owes us anything. Let no man owe. But our job is to give, live to give the love that we have. Doesn't matter if we feel like doing it, but just give and turn your day around instead of thinking about what we need, what we can get, how we can have our way. I think I'm going to write a book, How Are We Going to Act When We Don't Get Our Way? It's kind of like the squeezing of a sponge or the squeezing of fruit, whatever is inside, when there's pressure, is going to come out. So keep working on ourselves to be able to activate our faith so we can turn the boat around and keep getting about the give. Now rock over onto the right thigh bone, let the left heel land, and you've got your sole of your right foot facing up. Inhale, rise and straighten the right leg up as your hands either are laced on the foot or the shin or the leg, pull back down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pull back down. One more time. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Breathe in like coming out of the water. Breathe out, lower back down. This time, take the right leg, cross it over the left for supine pigeon, lacing your hands under the left hamstring. Open the right hip through the hip joint. So we get to choose. Love is a choice. Which path will we choose? Are we going to be the ones that try to pull and try to pressure and try to get our way by nagging and complaining? Or are we going to be the ones that get about the give, that turn the boat around and totally forget about ourselves? Be selfless. Ha ha. Come back to happy baby and go back to the shift. Not the easiest transition, however, the most freeing transition there is to give with no expectation of return. Rock over onto the left thigh bone, let the sole of the right foot land. Pull the left thigh bone outside the left rib cage. Inhale, rise the left leg up. Breathe in. Exhale, pull back down. Breathe out. Do that again. Inhale, rise up. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Pull back down and hold. Now take that left leg of yours, cross it over the right thigh bone for supine pigeon. Opening the left hip through the hip joint, not the knee, and then capturing maybe underneath the right hamstring. Maybe you want to pull the right shin in and just breathe into that left hip of yours. If there's any issues in the tissues, we want to stretch them out. Like maneuvering taffy, yeah, just find ways to get any of the kinks, any areas that might want to have a little more time and a little more of your breath and attention. Feed that right now. And then go ahead and slide your legs out right into our final resting posture, letting your hands come alongside your body. As you lay your body down, you can tuck your shoulders under, just giving yourself full and complete permission to rest. There's nothing left to do, just to lay your body down, to breathe and to bask right here in this place and in this space, knowing that as you give yourself permission to rest, that we find santosha with that knowingness that not only do we have enough, but we are enough, we do enough. And that brings into our life contentment. So if it were to serve you today, and you'd like to turn the video off and stay in Shavasana 5, 10, 15 minutes, even 20, just feel free to do so. coming with me, just bring movement back to your fingers and your toes. Then bending your knees, coming around into that fetal position as you transfer yourself back up to a comfortable, sweet seat where we're going to move through just a few seated cat and cows. So really rounding your back, hanging on to your shins, rocking forward, arching your back, stretching your neck, looking up. Exhale, pull navel in. Inhale, rise up, not falling prey to the world's way of give me more, more, more. But actually turning that around and living to give, forgetting about whatever it is we may need. You cannot give and give and give until you will sow into to reap a harvest. Now land in a neutral posture and create a circular motion. Yeah, get really grounded and rooted for the week to come. Just knowing that no matter what goes on outside, whether it's weather, whether it's things that are happening in the world, just stay grounded, stay rooted, and get about the give. Who could you express a little bit of extra love towards today? Reverse the direction. Then stabilizing in the center, sweep your hands out and up on the inhale. Carry your gifts, your graces, and your blessings up to the heavens. Just thanking God for them. Seal them into your heart along with your purpose. Knowing that as you activate the living to give philosophy, that you will find more peace, more freedom, more love and joy in your own life, as well as those around you. Look up, let's finish off with one Om to home. Sip your breath in. Om. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.